Welcome to Bible Logos. I'm Deborah Phipps, your broadcast host. I'm here today to bring you part 2 of the message, What God Likes. Please remember to like and share this message on social media with your friends and family. All right, here we go with part 2 of What God Likes.
Who in the 1990s wrote a book. His name was Gary Chapman. Some of you are familiar with this book, because Ron Elmore used to talk about it all the time. The 5 love languages. And in that book, he outlines 5 ways to express and experience love that he refers to as love languages. And as I look around the room, I see all this red. The minister and I were talking about, we see all this red around the room because people are getting ready a week in advance for Valentine's Day. Amen, because it's the love season. So Gary Chapman talks about 5 love languages. One of them is words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, and physical touch. Those are the 5 love languages. And the point of his teaching is that if you want to minister effectively to your spouse, for example, you need to do so by finding out what his or her love language is and meeting
Welcome
his
to
or
Bible
her love
Logos.
needs by
I'm
doing
Deborah
it
Phipps,
the
your
way they
broadcast
like it
host.
to be done.
I'm here today to bring you
have a
part 2
tendency
of the message, What God Likes.
To try to
Please remember to like
force
and share
our way,
this message on social media with
what
your
we
friends
like,
and family.
upon that other
All
person.
right, here we go with part 2
And when it falls flat,
What God Likes.
we're mad and upset and frustrated because I did what I thought would work. He's teaching in this book, instead of me doing what I think would work, find out what she likes and do what she likes. That way, it will work. So, for example, if physical touch is her love language, don't trip because she's not excited that you brought the check home. I hear people say, well, you know, you're counseling people when they're having a marital issue. And she said, well, he don't show me love. And he said, well, I brought the check home. And to him, the fact I brought the check home is love. But that's not her love language. So to her, you were supposed to bring the check home. Your responsibility and your duty was to bring the check home, so she's not excited that you brought the check home. Acts of service may not be her love language. And again, we tend to impose upon others what we like. But in her case, we need to find out what it is that she likes. So for example, we know that there are some women who melt when you buy them flowers. You buy them flowers, they had the flowers 2 years later. But we also know that everybody doesn't like flowers. Some women don't want you. For some women, you get mad because, the dog is chewing on the flowers. You spend $125 for those flowers. And she don't even know where they are. Because that receiving gifts is not her love language. So then if acts of service instead is her love language, what she responds to is when you tell her, baby, just take the day and go pamper yourself. And when she gets back home, you done clean up the house and took care of the kids. Well, what about the flowers I sent? I don't even know what them things is, but I'm so glad you took care of them kids. You want to show him how much you love him by spending every minute of your day with him, because that's what makes you feel loved. However, it is perfectly fine with him if he goes into that man cave and hangs out in that man cave all day long and does not come out until it's time to eat. Because quality time is not his love language. But if you tell him how great he is, how much he means to you, you don't know how you'd have made it without him. He's the best thing that God has ever done to you. See, words of affection might be his love language. And that'll get him up doing things that you never would have got him to do before. Chapman points out that the best way to demonstrate to your significant other your love for that person is to love that person the way that that person wants to be loved. You know, everything I do, I look at God, how does God fit into this? And what I found is this: when you think about it, that's exactly how God is. The scripture makes it clear that God's love language is faith. The just shall live by faith. It is impossible to please God without faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. The elders obtained a good report on account of faith. The power of God is released by virtue of faith. God's love language is faith. It is not prayer. Prayer is good. Prayer is important. But prayer is not God's love language, because quiet as it's kept, prayer is not for God, it's for you. Going to church. I'm faithful in church. The church started at 10 o'clock. I'm here at 7:30. Waiting for them to open up the doors. Going to church, and I'm here every time. If they have a service, I'm faithful, I'm committed, I'm going to be there. We can count on you. Now, you might fight somebody over that seat, but we can count on you. Just don't let nobody get in my seat. But I'm going to be there.
Welcome back. If you like what you've heard so far, tune in tomorrow for part 3 of the message, What God Likes. Please remember to like and share this message with your friends and family. I'm Deborah Phipps, and I want you to remember that the sower sows the word, and therefore it is with the same measure you meet that it shall be measured unto you again.